All right, here we are, and we need to figure out where we go from here. The last couple of days, I have been in extreme shock, like literal shock. I couldn't think, I couldn't move, and I'm starting to come out of that haze. I'm still scared. What's going to happen? I'm still worried. Most of all, I'm disappointed. We all just need to slow down, circle the wagons, breathe a little bit, make sure you're drinking water, eat some food, and let's figure out what our path is to get this country back on the right track. We have 4 years to try to figure that out. And it's going to be a fight every step of the way. But frankly, I'm a little bit ashamed to be an American right now. First thing I'd like to say about all of this is, imagine if the whole situation was reversed, if it was the way we wanted, and Kamala would have won at the level that he just won. And think about what they would be saying right now. There would be all kinds of uproar about election integrity and all of that. But they're not. I checked out a lot of my favorite content creators, and most of the lefties understand how dire this situation is, but they're accepting it. We're accepting it for what it is, and it's bad, but that's how democracy works. Sometimes you lose. I know on TikTok and places like that, they have manufactured outrage, and there's people that are freaking out, and they're going to be pointing fingers at each other. But basically, the Democrats are accepting the loss, and we're just going to have to figure out where we're going from here. Kamala conceded the very next day, on Wednesday, which is something that Comrade Comover has never done, by the way. There was most certainly election interference this time by Russian disinformation, by Leon trying to buy people's votes, which is 100% illegal. But now that they're in power, all of that will go away. There will never be any repercussions for those actions. There was Trump's not so secret with Mike Johnson, I think mostly to steal the House elections, but we'll never know what was supposed to come of that. I hope there are qualified people looking into that right now. Hopefully some of that will come out in the next couple of months. Stop the steal! We need to do to them what they would have been doing to us, right? I'm disappointed with the low information, easily swayed masses, especially the men who believe the lies and misinformation fed to them by Fox, CNN, and other right-wing legacy media, and the Manosphere Bro podcasters who made men think that maybe it wasn't manly or alpha to vote for a woman. I'm disappointed in the 16 million less voters that we got this time than in 2020. Trump got exactly the same amount of votes. His base stayed the same. He did not gain anything in 4 years or 8 years, this is not the way the country thinks. This is still down to his base. I'm disappointed with the media, who continuously sane-washed all of the hateful rhetoric and frankly dumb shit that Spray Tan Jan has been saying the last couple of months and the last couple of years. I'm disappointed with Democrats who are taking this time now to point fingers at Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, and each other. She put together an almost perfect, unprecedented campaign in about 100 days and pretty much tied this fascist grifter who's been working toward this for 8 years. So I'm proud of the Harris-Walz ticket. And now the people will have to see for themselves when the dominoes start to fall. He doesn't care about you. He's so much told you, I don't care about you. I just want your votes. And his policies will all reflect that. I just don't understand how, if you're middle class in middle America, that you think this guy reflects any of your values. It just is mind-blowing to me. But check the economy right now. Make some bookmarks on how much your rent is and how much groceries are now. Yeah, prices are high. Gas is the lowest that it's been in 4 years. But you make some marks and show where the high water mark is right now, how much your rent is and how much groceries are and how much your insurance is. Because I guarantee you, in 2 years, you will be suffering more. But you know what? Leon's going to be okay. Peter Thiel's going to be okay. Vladimir Putin is going to be okay. Losing the Senate, the House, and the Supreme Court is devastating. Because now there will be no checks on their power, and there's really nothing we can do about it. My tots and pears go out to the almost 50% of Congress that will have to endure this administration and their bluster and their lies and their attacks for the next 4 years, hopefully 2 years, if we can get some people in there. Once things start going bad, maybe we can flip the House back over, flip the Senate back over. But some of the good people on the right side of history in Congress that continue to stay strong and fight for us little people amongst that toxic atmosphere. Because it's going to get real bad real quick. I'm curious to see where hatemongers like Marjorie Taylor Greene are going to focus their vitriol and hyperbole now that they have unchecked power. They don't have anybody to fight against. So historically, after authoritarians gain power and crush their opposition, they start attacks on the marginal population. And that's been the plan for a long time. In public today, me and my dad went to get some lunch, and I was eyeing everybody suspiciously, wondering, was it you? Are you the one? Are you in a cult? And on the other side of that coin, I smiled bigly at every woman and person of color, as if to silently and passively say, I'm a white male, but it wasn't me. I didn't do this. I'm on your side. And we were careful not to mention the election or anything of that nature, because I'm realizing that I am the enemy now. I'm the vermin that they're trying to root out. I got to wondering where they're going to build these internment camps and how fast they're going to start rounding up all of the brown people, and how long before gay and trans people are added to that list. How long before vocal dissenters are falsely labeled as traitorous and treasonous. Spray Tan Jan said he wants to protect women, whether they like it or not. But how long before that national abortion ban gets thrown around and passed, because they have total unchecked control? But they don't even need to do that yet, because they're invoking a 19th century law called the Comstock Act, which, as far as I understand, makes it illegal to mail any abortion aids, including the day after pill or any surgical tools needed for abortion. And so they got it right there. So that's sort of their go-to until Project 2025 kicks in, which strips all LGBT and trans people of their rights, banning contraception, banning porn, which is an issue because in order to ban porn, you basically have to define what is obscene. And that's not an objective thing, that's a subjective thing. How long before they say two guys holding hands is obscene? How long before they say an interracial kiss is obscene? You see how that's a slippery slope. The mass deportation of all illegal immigrants and not illegal immigrants is a major thing on his agenda. And I just, how is that going to work? Where are you going to put those people? Where are you going to send those people? What if the countries that you sent them to don't want them back? Where are they going to go then? How much is this going to cost? Undocumented workers are not on any ledger book or anything. How are you even going to find them? You're just going to walk around and grab anybody that's brown, basically. That'll be one that we cover extensively as time goes on. Obviously, the other issues are he's going to stop the wars in one day in Ukraine and in Israel. And that is basically impossible. So we'll see how that all plays out. And tariffs. Oh, I'm sure there'll be very many videos made about the tariff issues. First off, he's going to take credit for this booming Joe Biden economy, and we'll see where he deflects to when these tariffs cause prices to increase substantially over the next couple of years. Things are going to get really, really bad. But we can fight this if we stick together and just call out all of the injustice and all of the misinformation and the lies. If he doesn't take down all of the mainstream media as enemies of the state. But now we have the internet and we have platforms that he can't stop all of us. He can't stop all of us. Fight, 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 fight.